So yeah, and this is why I think I still love the Marvel movies and DC movies, because yeah, they have all these superpowers and stuff, but what they do is they mix the superpowers in with people that have got issues that they must overcome. So they have all these issues they must overcome. They have strengths that are also weaknesses. You know, that's what I mean by issues to overcome. Like their strengths are also their weakness, depending which situation they're in. Every strength is also a weakness, and every weakness is also a strength. You've got to play to the point where you put yourself into the position where you being yourself and being your true authentic self is going to be of an advantage. Because your enemies will try and play the chessboard so that when you be your true authentic self, it's going to be to your disadvantage. See, every single one of the Avengers, every one of those X-Men, yeah, they give them superpowers, but then they also, each one of them represents different diagnoses. See, both Captain America and Wolverine, they both represent autism. Now, autism is a, you have levels, right, as well. And then you have people who make different decisions of how to cope with it. So Sabretooth is Wolverine's brother, right? So I believe that Sabretooth represents an autistic person who took the wrong path, right? Wolverine has all these issues, but he's autistic. But he's doing everything he can to better himself, and he's doing everything he can to use his characteristics to his advantage. So Captain America is also autistic, but they say Asperger's syndrome because it used to be always, I used to be Asperger's syndrome, like there was a personification of that, but with superpowers. Well, Asperger's syndrome has been relabeled now as level 1 autism. So growing up, I was known to have Asperger's syndrome, and they said we were going to give you, they said like if you get the diagnosis, you know, you meet all the requirements. This was back in 2014, but I didn't get it because at the time I knew people who had either been denied from jobs or fired because they got the Asperger diagnosis. And I'm gonna live long. Hear that song? Let's make the most of the night. Good message. Like we're gonna die young. Not me. God said to me when I was in my 20s, he said, if you keep living the life that you live, no, in my late 20s, like 27, 28, he said to me, if you keep living the life you live now, you're going to die when you're 80 years old, but if you do the best and you really take care of your health, you can make it to 100. God told me that. Keisha. See, just the neurons in my brain is like, yeah, electro music. Dream here with someone, in my arms. Let's make the most of the night. I can say that it's good. And I used to be like, especially when I was taking a couple of drinks, when I used to do clubbing, I'd be like, So we get there at midnight, midnight, 11 p.m, 10 p.m. at the earliest, and the club would shut at 3 in the morning. We were at, so I'd be there till 3 in the morning. Even if I only went there with $20 and it was, or $10, it was $10 for 2 5% RTDs. I mean, that'd still be enough for me. Rugby season, I'd spend my $20 on a 12 pack, because we'd go to a guy's place after a barbecue, because we'd have our game, finish at about 1 or 2, and then the premiers would be on, because we're under 21s. The premiers would come on, and then they'd finish their game at about 4 p.m, and then, prize giving, or, just speeches like, this is a good hard game, blah, 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 and the other team has a speech, and then the Colts, tuck them. And then in the premiers, and then after all that function stuff, when there was a meal put on by the hosting club, hey, who wants to go to my place for a barbecue, or there's always someone. And then $20 would be spent there, because we'd take some beverages. Anyways, she'll be on one of the spectrums, I know that. So here's the thing is this, is Captain America represents one side of autism, Wolverine represents another side of autism. It's funny, Deadpool, he represents ADHD, and I was like, I always loved Deadpool, and I was always dancing. People say that he talks and opens himself so much, but the only one he opened up to is the one woman that he wanted, that he loved, and all this type of thing, that he loved and wanted to be a lifelong relationship. No, he was fully open to all these people, but at the same time, the one that he wanted to have as a lifelong relationship was this woman. But he was always open to all these people. People think that he was so open so that he could hide something, but he wasn't hiding anything. So there's Deadpool, and then you have Captain America's protege, I forgot his name, sorry. He's also ADHD. The one where Captain America was talking about how he knows what it feels like to not be good enough. When Wolverine walks into the cafe, hey Wolverine, sorry, Deadpool, have you been checked for ADHD? He's like, no, I have not been checked for, I haven't been checked for ADHD. It was like Wolverine and Deadpool, and then Captain America and this other guy. It's like, I saw like this whole outgoing, fun, bubbly, version of ADHD, because he's stuff that we have to overcome too, which we overcome, I overcome. And people might say, you get self-confidence because you have 3 forms of self-confidence, and one of them is how you treat people, which is good. Number 2 is your spiritual beliefs, so that's good. But the third one is because of what you achieve and the outcomes you get. That's externally focused. And I'm like, wow, yeah. Let's see if you're unemployed in your mid-20s and you haven't had a girlfriend for 9 years and you're a virgin. Let's see how your self-esteem is. And if you're a brave warrior like me, you'll work through all those things and hold on to full-time employment. You get to the point where you earn double the amount as the average person. Women are looking at you, and this isn't on how affordable either. But that's Marvel. Every villain in the Marvel movie is like the person who went in the opposite direction as the heroes who have these issues.